Walnuts, the gentle brainy nut that moves with you. Hello again, so lovely to have you here with me in this little journey towards feeling lighter, stronger, and just a little more yourself, Dodri. Talking about something that looks a bit like a tiny brain, and as it turns out, it's just as clever as it looks. The humble walnut. No, I know it's not the flashiest nut, no shiny shell, no exotic name, but goodness, it's got a lot to offer you. Might have had them sprinkled on a cake toss in a salad or crushed up in your cereal, but did you know one of the kindest foods you can eat, a species for your joints inside? These wrinkly little wonders, there's something called omega-3. Probably heard of it. Omega-3 is a type of healthy fat, not the sort that clogs things up, the sort that this season smooths things along. It works like a little oil for your joints, helping them move with less stiffness, less crackle and popping. More glideo. Know that feeling when you wake up in the morning and your fingers don't quite want to bend to your knees? Need a few minutes of common simber. They'll help you stand well. Omega-3 helps with that. It gently settles inflammation, that inner swelling that makes us creak and hesitating. Walnuts are one of the best plant sources of omega-3 you can find, but that's not all. We also rich in something called polyphenols. Namagenial effect. Polyphenols are like little shields to protect the cartilage in your joints, that soft cushion that helps bones move without grinding against each other. So with each walnut, you're not just eating a nut, offering your joints a bit of comfort, a bit of careen. Here's something even better. Walnuts are also brilliant for your brain. Yes, that's right, thing that remembers birthdays, still stories, sings songs, and sometimes forgets where it put the keys. Walnuts help keep it lively, Allerton, feeling more like youth, full of antioxidants and good fats that help your brain cells keep chatting to each other without too much static. A handful a day, that's all it takes. Just a little sprinkle of kindness on top of your porridge, your afternoon snacker, as a nibble with your cup of tea. And you don't need many, 5 or 6, not the whole bag, just enough to sigh. I'm thinking of you, dear joints, dear knees, dear brain. They even help with sleep thanks to a little thing called melatonin, which helps you doze off gently instead of tossing and turning like a restless pancake. Of course, they are a bit more calorific, so we don't want to go wild, but that's the beauty of walnuts. They are small but might yawn in these golden years of our swear, not looking for more wear, looking for better movement, better rest, bitter moments. Walnuts won't turn back time, but they'll help you walk through it a little more graceful, little more free, little more joyful. And the best part, read natural, no chemicals, no prescriptions, just a gift from Naturesso. Whether you keep them in a jar on the counter, in a tin on the shelf, or wrapped in a bit of paper for your walk in the park, make them part of your diet. Daily act of Korea crunch of comfort, nutty little thank you to the joints that carry you through life. Avocado, the creamy companion for flexible joints and happy days. Coming in second is avocado, full of goodness. We've crunched into walnuts, will smiled at the sight of bright golden turmeric. Now it's time for something soft, green, and very kind avocado. I know what you might be thinking. Go, that's a young people's food. Spread it on toast with eggs and all sorts, but let me tell you, avocados aren't just for brunch on Instagram. For anyone, and especially for those of us who like to keep walking, dancing, ganging, bending down to pick up that mischievous grandchild without wincing. You see, inside this creamy little fruit, there's a whole world of goodness. First, it's full of healthy fats, not the sort that weighs you down. These are monounsaturated fats, which sounds rather grand, but they're really just gentle friends to your joints. They help reduce inflammation, quiet kind that builds up in knees and wrists and hips and makes movement feel stiff or sore. Avocados also bring in vitamin A, a powerful little helper that protects the soft tissues in our joints. It keeps things supple, smooth, and moving more easily, like oil hinges on a garden gate. If that wasn't enough, they've got potassium, 2 more than bananas, in fact, which helps balance the fluids in our cells and supports muscles that work alongside the joints. Beckhouse. It's not just the joints themselves, it's the whole team around them. Ligaments, muscles, all need looking after, and avocado's a beautiful job at that. But here's the best part, absolutely delicious in the most comforting way, not loud, not spicy, just smooth, soothing, gentle on the stomach, and easy to prepare. You don't need to be a chef, just cut it in half, scoop And with a spoon, spread it on some toast mix it into a salad door. Mash it up with a little lemon and black pepper. If you're feeling adventurous, treat it in a smoothie really adds creaminess without sugar, without guilt, just. Goodness no, of course, like. Any rich food a little goes a long way. Off an avocado a day is plenty more than enough to give your joints a hug from the inside. Let's not forget the help your heart toothy, keep your cholesterol in check and your blood pressure steady thee. Even help your skin, so if someone tells you you're glowing just smiling, thank the avocadosome people. Find them a bit tricky to pick to. Or too soft, but here's a tip: gently pressed near the top of it gives just a little light, reedy, just like US. A bit of time and the right touch, we come just right too. My dear friends, thank you for being here. Right means a lot that you're still with me throughout this little journey we've shared by talking about 3 special foods to keep our legs strong. So mods been dance sweet potatoes. We move on to caring for our joints with walnuts of a cousin. Now we've come to our third and final. Guess not a celebrity, not something fancy or hard to find, but something you probably already have in your kitchen's mo golden, full of surprise. Yesterday we're talking about turmeric. You might know it as that yellow powder we use in courier, that thing grandma used to put in jam you on. Yes, it does make your fingers yellow if you touch it too much, but don't let its size fool you inside. This little root is a natural healer that's been around for thousands of years. Secret inside turmeric is called curcumina, powerful anti-inflammatory. It's just a fancy way to say it helps calm down the swelling in our joints. You know that stiff feeling in the morning and your knees feel like rusty hingesser when you sit too long and your back refuses to stand up straight. A percum helps with that. It's like sending a tiny team of peacekeepers into your body to cool things down, ease the pain, and make moving around feel less like a Korean. Not just that, America is also rich in antioxidants, those little soldiers that fight off the damage caused by time and stress. So while your joints get smoother, our cells also get stronger. Our body feels lighter and somehow in your mood starts to lift. The biotin in dietware, turmeric is part of daily meals. Many older adults report fewer joint issues, not because of expensive medicine, but because they've had a pinch of turmeric in their food every single day. And the best part, you don't need a fancy recipe. Can brew it into tea grade it fresh in the hot water with honey and a slice of lemon, stir it into your rice or soup, your scrambled eggs, even your smoothies. If you're feeling adventurous, some people take turmeric capsules too, but always check with your doctor first, especially if you're on other medications or have stomach sensitive issues. You might be thinking, does something that simple really make a difference? Let me tell you some of the things amidst things we overlook here. The ones that carry us throughout America might not look like much, but it's steady, really bold, full of quiet power, like that one neighbor who never says much but always shows up when it matters. Friendsing is not a problem to be fixed, it's a path to be walked with care, with courage, and with a bit of laughter. In every little habit, like adding turmeric to your days, a step in the right direction. So don't wait for the pain to scream. Start caring for your joints while they still whisper. Give them what they need: warmth, movement, and a little golden love from turmeric-based life. Even at 607,080 and beyond, is still meant to be lived with joy. Imagine being able to stand up without groaning, toe dance a little with your grandkids, go for a walk without worrying if your knees will complain. That starts with small change, some spoonful at a time. So my dear friends, as we end this chapter, remember, maybe small, but it can do big things for your body. Closing lines for the series. Thank you for staying with me. From strong legs to flexible joints, from salmon to walnuts to turmeric. Hope these stories and these simple reminders will help you feel more in control, more hopeful, and more. Don't forget to subscribe, because we still have more to explore together. More tips, more gentle encouragement, and more chances to smilage. May bring wrinkles, but it can also bring wisdom, peace, and strength. With every good choice we make from what's on our potato, what's in our heartware, giving ourselves the gift of better days. Stay Korean. I'll see you in the next video.